Hello, I'm Joanne Turner reporting for Total Telecom, and I'm here at the Huawei Global MBB Forum in Hong Kong. And I'm talking to Veni, Shone, who's president of the TDD product line for Huawei. Veni, welcome. So perhaps you can start by telling us, you obviously launched your TDD Plus concept the past July. So perhaps you can tell us about the concept of TDD Plus and what benefits it brings.
Thank you. So actually TDD Plus is kind of 4.5 generation technology in TDD field. For TDD, actually, it's kind of technology equal to FDD, but anyway, it's not only used for MBB, but also for another scenario. We call it WTTX, is wireless to the home. It's kind of home application. For the past years, we see the market demands for the data is soaring. So most average, growth is kind of 60% every year, and we see the hotspot even 2 times or 3 times. So a lot of carriers, they're facing the risks and opportunity that how to accommodate this kind of fast growth data, throughput, while existing spectrum, even with a little bit more spectrum, how to accommodate and turn it to the business opportunity. So we are together to trying to find some technology to solve this kind of challenges. So, of course, industry, they are expecting for the 5G, but anyway, a lot of operators, they have already invested a lot, for the existing 4G system. For example, China Mobile has already deployed for more than 1 million base station. So before 5G comes, and even I think past 2020, we need some technology to protect the existing investment and maximize the value of that one. So based on existing technology, we are finding some way, some new technology, and of course sometimes we'll bring some 5G technology into 4G. So we improve the spectrum efficiency. Nowadays we can reach almost 5 times of that one. That means giving existing spectrum, the capacity of the system can have the 5 times, or even for the peak rate can reach, more than 1 giga. The maximum so far we can see 2.5 giga or 5 giga. So it's kind of on the middle way from 4G to 5G. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, as you've mentioned, it can increase spectral efficiency by up to 5 times, but what other benefits can it bring?
As I mentioned, I think the most important thing for carrier speaking, it's very important to improve the system capacity so they can accommodate more subscriber with the same speed, or they can provide a faster speed to the consumers. This is very important to build their competence, and also will enable a lot of new service. For example, 4K video, 2K video, and guarantee even for some assistant realities, and even partially, I think, for the VR can be enabled. So this is very important, yeah.
Okay, so besides the sort of spectral efficiency, it's said that TDD Plus will, change the traditional view of cellular markets. Is that right?
Yeah, I think for all the people who used to work in telecom field, for the past decades, our work when we do the network planning, we're trying to eliminate the interference or reduce the interference to enlarge or maximize the system capacity, provide more capacity and a faster speed to the consumer. But as the site density come to the certain level, it's not easy to eliminate the interference. As we know, more sites, that means more interference will introduce to the system. So we are now finding the way to actually we are not control the interference. We're trying to collaborate, separate antenna and separate the size. So we collaborate different size. So we turn this kind of interference to the capacity. So I think it's kind of changing our traditional network planning way from kind of cell-based network planning to user-centric, network planning. That's a completely different way. And I think this way will be also is kind of basic for evolve to the 5G. It's the same technology. And this technology, the preliminary phase, we have already commercialized in Japan with the SoftBank. And also I think more country will come in to use this one to provide, bigger and a faster network with more size, especially in the city center.
Okay, so apart from SoftBank, what other sort of commercialization examples can you give us of this technology out in the field?
Okay, I think that besides SoftBank, China Mobile, since they have already invested a lot of TDD and they have more than 1 million base station, and this year we have really introduced some TDD plus features on the existing network, help to improve the peak rate from 100 meg to the 200 meg bps, and even some city even more for the even more than 300 meg bps with existing equipment. So we also nowadays we cooperate with the China Mobile Research Institute and trying to test some new features from TDD Plus. And I think for the September of this year, we already tested the massive MIMO, the multi-antenna technology, and we see within giving one carrier 20 megahertz, the system capacity increased from 100 Mbps to the 600, more than 630 Mbps. So it's kind of finding the way to help China Mobile to accommodate more subscriber and the traffic. And also in other country, in Hong Kong and in other country, now we are on the way to help them to introduce this kind of 4.5 generation technology. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Okay, thank you.